Yeah, I mean, the referees aren't meant to know what their boy's record is, and I understand that. And again, I say it all the time. I mean, people think I attack referees, and I don't. They've got a really, really tough job. There has been that much talk about foul play. I mean, Terapo 2 weeks ago nearly breaks, well, he breaks Jordan's nose, nearly breaks his cheekbone. Nothing. Jared Croker makes a break tonight, hits some open space, chance for you to score a try and or a try assist, and Ravalawa comes across and whacks him in the head. Nothing, but I lose a player. I lose a centre. It's very hard to replace an outside back when you're losing one to a HIA. That was not an intentional, what do they call it, a spear tackle. Whoever thinks it's a spear tackle does not know the game of rugby league. If you call that a spear tackle, you've only just started watching this game. And you shouldn't be involved in it if you think that's a spear tackle. It was unintentional. It got away on him a little bit, and I understand that. Then that's an accident. I think the kid played on. Nick he's got no malice in him at all. He's a strong kid, and as I say, it's got away on him, and it ended up, I believe, him on the wrong end of it in regards to being sent off. And I feel sorry for the officials who have to react to all this hype around it. And the reaction was probably, the case of what's been said and what's been heard about eye gouging, wax around the head, the late hits. None of those blokes are getting sent off. Yet one of my guys gets sent. And I just thought it was a very harsh.
And how's Nick doing?
He shattered, I took off straight off as soon as after the game to go and see him because he's a young boy, no malice in the kid. My heart went out to him because I know how much it's hurting him. All he's asking me, what's going to happen, it's the kid just wants to play footy, and anyhow, we'll fight it anyhow.
Are you proud of the way the team rallied after that?
Tim, I'm always proud of the boys, you know that, but the way they rallied around each other and defended the back end of that 20 minutes in that second half was wonderful. But they're trusting what we practiced. We practiced all off-season defending with 12 men, mate. So that wasn't new to them. They're a very resilient bunch.
What should it have been a send-off? Should it have been a send-in, or should it just be penalty player?
If they think it's that bad, I think a sin bin takes effect. Terapo 2 weeks ago to a blatant high shot that breaks a nose and could have broken a cheekbone. I think he got binned. But Revelar was whacked tonight. Well, why didn't that get binned? I mean, we're just very... and again, I feel sorry for referees because I believe they're unclear with what the interpretations or what they should call.
A lot of people would look at that and think it was a spear tackle.
Yeah, well, I just said to you then, mate.
But if it's not a spear tackle, what is it?
Well, it might have been a dangerous throw. Did you think it's a spear tackle?
I know your thoughts on the spear tackle. I'm not going to have that.
Well, if you think it's a spear tackle, you shouldn't be a journalist in rugby league.
But a lot of parents look at that thinking.
Oh, mate, I'm not here for the parents. I'm here for my player. I'm here to win a game of football. I do enough promotions of football and rugby league outside the game than worrying about being there for 80 minutes in regards to that tackle. I'm there to win a game of football. I do as much and or more than any person in regards to promoting the game. So don't start that shit on me.
Which player from the team tonight if you wanted to single one out, particularly for a great performance, would have been?
Tim, I've had a big week with Hayden Caesar, and I thought that was probably his best game for the club. It was wonderful, and I think it was probably Josh Hodgson's best game for the season. Those two control proceeding so well. We practiced for 2 weeks that that they were going to try and spoil us at the ruck, have hands on the ball, lay on us for a little bit longer and try and ruck us and spoil us at the ruck. We practiced that for 2 weeks to be patient and frustrate them by just executing and correcting and completing our set. That's what won the first half. We didn't fall for the spoiling tactics in it to play the ball.
And what do you think a fellow like Nick Kotrick then bore the brunt of the last couple of weeks when there was a couple of ones in the game, as you said, there were nothing sort of came of. Why do you think your player has
Personally, and you ask me and I'll give you my opinion, whether it's right or wrong is for other critics out there. There's a lot of noise at the moment in regards to a lot of foul play, and I don't believe that's foul. I believe that was an accident, and there's a big difference between a foul shot and an accident, I believe. And again, make your own mind up. But I reckon that was an accident to a lot of other shots that have been, late shots. I mean, I seen one there last night where a halfback had whiplash, nothing done. They're more dangerous. They're more intentional than an accident. In our game, with the collision, the velocity we play at, you're always going to have accidents. And that's just the nature of the beast. Yes, that's got to be argued, and we will argue it. It's like a lot of these crusher tackles. We're calling for harsher penalties on crusher tackles. The review committee, I believe, are getting it nearly a half right in regards to these crusher tackles that are pure accidents. Because a lot of those crusher tackles, the player with the football puts himself into a position where his head's in an awkward spot. And then you've got 1 or 2 or 3 players in and around the actual collision and the tackle, and then all of a sudden the bloke who's on top of him is getting pushed on him, and they're accidents, those ones. Some of the crushers where you're leaving the ground and you're slumping on the player, yeah, 100%. They should be gone. They're more dangerous than most things in the game. But I think the review committee are getting those ones correct at the moment in saying, well, that's an accident. I see there's another actual force from behind that player who's been involved in the tackle to the ones where it's an individual one leaving the ground and slumping. I haven't checked with the doctor, but I think he's okay. I don't think it's an issue, it's just a niggle in regards to an ankle.
Thanks, guys.
Done.